Hello my friend, today I'm going to be showing you some of my favorite shaders so that you can try them out for yourselves and get your world looking like this. For me, shaders are one of my favorite parts of playing Minecraft. Getting the perfect look that you're after is just so satisfying. So we're going to be traveling to different parts of our forever world, and I'll be showing you the differences between shaders on, shaders off, and different shaders that I have installed. So the first view we've got is the dragon tree at nighttime, and I am currently using the shader Complementary Reimagined, which gives everything this gorgeous glowy effect. Definitely one of my top 3, I think, my most commonly used shaders. Now this is what that same scene looks like without any shaders. As you can see, still a very nice world, but visually a lot less cozy, a lot less pleasing to the eye. So the lights and shadows are still there, but they just don't glow in the same way. Everything appears that bit more flat and dull. Next up we have Aurora's shaders, which certainly makes a difference to the night sky. Look at that. You can see stars, planets, the moon, shooting stars even. And it makes all the colours of everything look a lot more saturated and bright and colourful, almost cartoony. But I quite like this one, especially for the night sky. And look at those shooting stars, absolutely gorgeous. Now this next shader is extremely atmospheric. It makes the sky look very, very foggy, cloudy, and you can barely see the stars just through the clouds there. It does blur everything up a little bit, which I'm not a fan of. But if you like this soft kind of look, then this might be the shader for you. We'll have a little bit of a wander so you can see the buildings. See how it blurs everything off in the distance. But that can be quite a nice effect, especially at night time when you can just see the lights in the distance. And next up we have another one of my favorites, which is the BSL shader. Again, it makes everything appear a bit washed out, a little bit kind of, but just a bit softened, almost a bit pastel. And I quite like this one, especially for worlds where I really want to give it that extra cozy feel. It just softens everything on the screen, and nothing is jumping right out at you, screaming for your attention. You know, nothing is too oversaturated or too bright. It's just very, very gentle and beautiful to look at. Again, it definitely highlights the lighting that we've got around. It doesn't dim that out, so that's good. Yep, that's definitely in my top 3. That is BSL shader. And next up on our list, we have this incredible Kappa shader, which unfortunately is a bit too much even for my PC to run. But as you can see, it gives everything this realistic kind of look. And the reach of the lights is a little bit less, but it makes it look a tad more realistic in that sense. It doesn't spread too far. The lighting really is absolutely gorgeous with this shader, but it's just a little bit too much for my PC to handle. So if you've got a really good PC, it might handle this. If you're a fan of this nice glowy lighting and the contrast with the dark, especially at nighttime, like we can see here. And another shader that I have been really in love with, especially in previous worlds where I've played on the server with my dad and my brother, I have used Silder's Enhanced shader. I think there's a couple different variations of this type of shader. So it's a fairly vanilla accurate shader. It adds some bits here and there, but it keeps it looking relatively vanilla if that's what you're going for. but we've got some nice detail in the sky. We've still got the shadows and the nice glow of the lights. So you keep that kind of vanilla look of Minecraft, but you still get the atmosphere of the shader. And of course we have Complementary Reimagined, another stunning shader, very, very similar to Complementary Unbound. I tend to switch between the two. I'd say these and BSL shader are my top 3. So this gives a lovely depth of colour to the sky, especially when the sun is coming up or going down. It gives the clouds a nice rounded edge, so everything feels that bit softer. So let's continue on while I show you all of the most gorgeous views in our world with the different shaders. This is the Dragon Treehouse with the shader Complementary Reimagined. Next up is my dad's gorgeous starter house with Aurora shaders. Let's have a quick look around the back. We have the Desert Village with the shader Bliss. Welcome to the city with the shader BSL. This is the iconic Leaf Village built by my dad with Kappa shader. This is the Beach Party Village with the shader Makeup Ultra Fast. This is our Christmas Village with the Kappa shader. And welcome back to the Mangrove Swamp and the Traveller's Hut with this gorgeous soft BSL shader. And now, just for some contrast, this is the Traveller's Hut with Hysteria Shaders Universal. And this gorgeous view is of course created by my #1 favorite shader, Complementary Unbound. This is my home interior with Complementary Unbound. And the workshop area. And finally, we have this gorgeous Japanese build and the surrounding gardens with Solas shader. One that I use pretty infrequently, but when I do, it is very much appreciated. And here we have some flying scenes with complementary reimagined and complementary unbound. So my friend, comment below which of these has been your favourite shader and let me know which one you'll be trying next. Hope this has helped you pick out the perfect shader for your needs, and subscribe to stay tuned for all the new videos that are going to be coming out here at Wandering Fox Adventures. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Stay safe and stay cozy, friends.